Hello everyone, I'm Kiki and welcome to my art journey. In this video I'm drawing Belphie from the mobile otome game Obemi, and my version of the main character, so my Obemi OC, taking a nap together. For those that don't know, Obemi is a Shall We Date game. It's quite different from their other games. You'll see the reference up there for my character. I did a video, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, where I drew her. I'm gonna sneeze. And that was drawn for an event that happens in the storyline. This is just something cute that I wanted to do. I'm planning to go through and draw my character with each of the brothers doing something somewhat relevant to them. But I wanted to start with Belphie because Belphie is like, he's my boy and I love him. He's my favorite. But if you've played the game, then you know that the home screen for the game is set up a bit like the home screen on a phone. And you can choose which of the 7 brothers that you want to be on the front screen. Well, Belphie is pretty much permanently on mine. He sometimes trades with Lucifer or Beale, but, you know, sometimes Satan. It's still so weird to say. But yeah, Belphie's my favorite. There was, I admit, a moment or two in the game where I kind of was like, Belphie. Kind of made me frustrated and slightly angry at him, but it was okay in the end. But yeah, again, for those that have... You're very loud, cat. For those that don't play, the 7 brothers represent are the avatars of the 7 deadly sins. Belphie is the 7th brother and is the avatar of sloth, hence us taking a nap. And I personally also just love naps, so it works. But I do really like how this came out. As you can see, I did use the Body-kun and Body-chan for the pose reference. For the longest time, only had the Body-kun. I just recently got the Body-chan. And I knew the pose I wanted to do for this, but I wasn't confident enough to just try to freehand the anatomy, and trying to find a reference of it was a pain. So I used my little posable figure thingies, and made adjustments here and there to make it feel a little less stiff. At least I tried to make it feel a little less stiff. Another reason I used the figures is because I wanted to have it on a slight angle, and again, that's not something... I'm still working on perspective, and if I have something to reference for the perspective I want, it helps me learn how to do it on my own later on, but I need to have something to go off of to learn. But yeah, the other thing with this one is, for the longest time, I'm not so bad about it now, but... Would you stop? The cat's in here. But more so a few years ago, mostly before I actually started YouTube, and a little bit while I first was doing it as well. But if I would color and start shading or something like that, and then figured out something was wrong with a line art or a pose, I would be very adverse to completely redrawing the area. I would try to do as minimal as I could to fix it, because I didn't want to have to completely redraw or shade it, or completely recolor or shade it. If it was just flat color, it wasn't so bad for me to want to change it, but I've gotten better with it now. If I see something wrong, I do try my best to fix it regardless of where I am in the artwork that I'm doing. I'll try to fix it, but that ended up happening. I cannot talk today. ended up happening with this one. You'll see after I get pretty much all the flat color in, I go back and basically completely redraw Belphie's upper half. His arm was just, it looked weird to me, and I also realized his pocket wasn't in the right spot, and his hood was a little wonky. And yeah, so I went through and I fixed all that. And I feel the picture is better for it. And I understand why I was like so adverse at way back to fixing it. It's because like, I've already spent like 4 hours, and I'll have to like spend another 2 hours fixing it all up and trying to make it look good again. And it's like I don't wanna, because it's like I want to get it done, but I'm impatient. Just to put it shortly, I'm impatient, and I'm trying to work on it and take my time and get as much detail in as I can and make it look as good as possible. And sometimes to get it look as good as possible, you have to kind of start over sometimes. And I'm working on it. I'm getting better at allowing myself to go back and change things, no matter how big the change has to be. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I did stop playing for a little while. I had caught up with the story. When I first downloaded the game, there was only 22 chapters, and I caught up, and because I had caught up, it was kind of hard to keep going and logging in every day without any real extra content, especially considering at the time there wasn't really any chats coming through, so I didn't even really have that to encourage me to get on. Where are you going? Here. Get out of the closet, cat. So I did stop for a little while. One of the reasons I started playing again is because one of the artists I follow, I saw on Twitter, also plays it, and I was like, I play it too, I can't believe you play it. And they're like, let's be friends, and I was like, okay. So I started playing again. And about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks after that, they actually did drop new chapters. So it was like, yay, more content. And chats and stuff like that. When I say chat, good lord, cat. On the home screen, like, you have like a phone icon and a chat icon and stuff like that. So you get messages from the brothers, and you can get phone calls from the brothers and stuff like that. It's vaguely reminiscent of Mystic Messenger, except there's no time constraint. You do not have to accept it right then and there or miss it and have to pay for it. You can always come back to it whenever, which is great. I tried Mystic Messenger. I gave up after a day because there was no way with my work schedule it was going to happen. I missed 90% of everything. So yeah, I love how they did this game, and I can't wait to see what happens with the rest of the story, and I'm going to draw myself with all the brothers, and Lucifer is going to be next. And yes, I really do like how this came out. I tried to give it a bit of atmosphere at the end, and I really like how that happened too. I don't remember if I actually recorded me putting the atmosphere in or not, so you'll have to wait till the very end to actually see it. And yes. just about at the end here, doing a little bit of the background and some atmospheric effects. And yeah, like I said, I really like how this came out. Of course, it was after doing this that I saw a slight animation of Belphie, and he actually has a lot more white in his hair than I thought. So that's not quite accurate. But other than that, I really like how he looks, and I really like how my character looks. And instead of doing straight black and red, I kind of want to start doing my hair like that. I don't know if I'd be able to, but I really do like how I have the color in my character's hair. So yes, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, I hope you'll hit the like button, check out some of my other videos, maybe hit the subscribe button so you can join me on my arty journey, and if you do, don't forget to hit that bell. So, until the next time, bye.